Right, Doug Wade went to VFL Park for Richmond and St Kilda.
Yes, I did. And it was a magnificent game too. I a little bit hoarse towards the end of it. That final first quarter, I was going to say, the final quarter was actually an absolutely brilliant quarter of football, as was the other three as well. So all in all, a good game down at VFL Park.
Right, let's have your votes, Doug.
No, it was a great game. A good duel in the centre there between Rains and Burnt, but I thought Grange was much more effective in the end and played a very good game. There's a St Kilda player who I would think that Alex Jeselnik would be very happy with, and he's given it to another player there in Packham. So I said at the opening that in fact that was Keel. Oh. Sorry. I said at the opening that I felt that St Kilda were very exciting players, and they certainly are an exciting team. They're doing everything right, and if Geelong had some of the fortitude that every St Kilda player got, they perhaps might be playing a little bit better. But the fortitude, every intestitude, is it? Intestinal fortitude. Well, the people at home know what I mean. They played very well in that first three quarters. It was only halfway through the final quarter that Richmond, through pure strength and the ability of their players, got on top. There's a player in the third quarter played one of the best quarters of football I think I've seen for a long time. It's Peter Welsh. He's a very physical player on that, playing very well. David Cloak took a while to get on top of Thomas, who was they were equally about each played very well in the well, I've just got these new set of teeth, and Alan Arnold, if you're watching, I'm having a lot of trouble talking with them. Barker, I don't know whether Barker in fact should be. Barker is. Well, Barker should have been overseas yesterday because he wasn't playing that well at all. I don't know whether, I think he must have an injury, something wrong with his foot, I think.
Teeth?
Yes. But Richmond had a lot of good players. The double-pronged attack was very, very good in Taylor and Roach. Taylor, not the fastest full forward. In fact, I could have beaten him on one leg, I think, at Taylor, in a race. Michael Roach, on the other hand, not that slow, no. And he led all the time, and they kicked 8 goals between them. And, of course, the will-o'-the-wisp Bartlett joined some of the immortal players of league football who've kicked over 700 goals.
Well spoken.
Thank you. And there's Keel again. There's not very many of us left.
Name them, Doug.
Well, I'll name one that's kicked over 1,000.
Oh, I'll get another list out if you're not careful, lady.
Barker, this is about the only kick he gets, Barker. I don't know whether he kicks or not. Yes, he does. There he goes. He kicks it, and that was one of a few kicks at Trevor Barker. Gaizedes, I think, could be a good player. He needs to put 4 quarters together, but he could be a very good player.
I think when they get Lee back that they're in business.
They're certainly in business again. The Tigers is... Yes, Stephen?
Doug, can you take the bit between your teeth and give
Not
us your
with
vote,
these,
please?
no. Yes, I can. The teeth. What do I think of the teeth? Oh, sorry. I gave one vote to Jeff Rains. I thought got on top in the centre and played very well. Jimmy Jess was impassable at centre-half back position, and once David Cloak got on top in the centre-half forward position, it was all over as far as the St Kilda were concerned.
David Cloak, best man on the ground at VFL.
Away from Tigerland, a fighting fury.
And in this particular club corner, it's the Saints and the Tigers, Alex Jeselnik and Francis Burke with Doug Wade.
Francis, firstly to you, the form of David Cloak at centre-half forward, you had a little bit of a difference of opinion or the way he should have been playing last week. He came back this week and after half-time certainly moulded the forward line.
Yes, he's an important player, Doug, and yesterday he worked very, very hard, and I think that really was the key to his game yesterday and is the key to his game generally.
And he's got the 2 forwards. You've got those players working well too. You're relying on Roach just to lead and for Taylor to stay back?
Well, they both do both, and just they work it out between them as they go, depending on how the situation unfolds. And yesterday I was happy with the both of them actually, and I thought that probably was the best game they've each as individuals have played together this year, Doug.
Yeah, and that was a headache to you, Alex. You had to move a player back there. In fact, then your forward line suffered.
Yes, during the game, but we also had a bit of a setback before the game, Doug,
yes,
with Cowie missing. So, yeah, but Simon O'Donnell, I thought, did a very good job when he went back there.
In the back line, but I mean, Barker didn't appear to be all that fit, or 100% fit.
Well, we all have our off days,
yeah,
Doug, but Trevor still does little things around the place that only Trevor can do.
Well, you couldn't have been disappointed with the team yesterday?
Certainly not. No, I haven't been disappointed with them all year. I thought yesterday was only a couple of breaks. Had we got a couple of breaks, I thought we could have gone on.
Francis, you completely satisfied with your backline at the moment, the way it's holding together? Apart from Jim Jess, it doesn't seem to be attacking enough.
No, we had a couple of players down yesterday, Doug, as well as the previous week. We'll be doing some more work in that area this week. Also, we had lost Graham Landy, who'd probably been performing as well as anyone down there for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he's made a difference too.
What's the state of his injury? Is he?
Well, we're hoping he'll be right this week.
Yeah, so he's a rebound sort of attacking player, isn't he?
Yes, he's just steadily improved in the time he's been at Richmond, Doug, to be quite an important player for us, and he's been able to play on good players as well and hold them.
Well, look, Alex, talking about injured players, you're missing a couple of players, and one who hasn't fronted for the whole season in Michael Roberts. What's the update on him?
Well, Michael was on the training track last week, and it all depends. He's had 2 bad ankles. It's not only 1, but 2. And, as I said, he ran last week, and it's up to Michael now to see how he can stand up with these 2 ankles.
And the progress on Linky?
Linky will be another 6 to 8 weeks yet.
Another 6 to 8 weeks. Yes, it must be upsetting to have those sort of injuries to when you're team building.
Well, to a point, yes, Doug, but you can't do anything about injuries. So you just have to play the players that are left.
You've got a player, Francis, on the bench who is a great, well, he wouldn't like me saying he's a great bench player, but he certainly is to bring him on and kick 2 or 3 goals. That's Paul Serra.
Yes, he played well for us yesterday when it mattered. He's been a bit stiff, that he's had to stand behind in line from behind Robert Wiley, Dale Waitman and Barry Rawlings, but to his credit, he's taken it in very good spirit and a very good approach and a terrific attitude, and the times he has had opportunities, he's done well.
Thanks.
Oh, Doug.
Oh, sorry, if we just... Alex just would like to mention something about Barry Breen's testimonial.
Oh, that's good. Go for your life, Alex.
Well, on the 24th, Doug, on a Monday night, we're holding a testimonial for Barry Breen, and we'd like all St.Kilda supporters to come along to help Barry along in his last year. We think it's his last year, because he's not only been an ornament to St Kilda, but to the VFL game.
Right, and tickets available at the club.
At the club.
Well, you don't have to be a St Kilda supporter either, Alex. Anyone's welcome, and of course he's contributed a lot to football and been a great personality. The Mayfair weekend at hand for the both of you. Also the Candy Lane chocolates. You've got these magnificent SPC tomatoes. You can't beat those when you're cooking. Valentine's tasty entertainers from that's the G's. Plus this Pierre Cardin tie from Solway. You've also got the Red Rooster barbecued chicken, and not forgetting the Kenny Lane nursery pot plant there with the beautiful flowers. And of course the 2 of you have got a big picture of your 2 clubs. That's Perak promotions, and they can be bought at Merritt Hassett stores, and you'll see the bigger ad in the paper tomorrow, right?
Thanks, Lou.
And let's have a look at the votes for yesterday. Keel and Cloak were the 2 who'd got the 3 points. And the progressive for the Canberra Award, $450 to the leading player in each club at the end of the season. St Kilda's Saru well on top with 11. And a great battle at Richmond. Rawlings Keane on 7 and Jess and Cloak on 6.